Hi, I'm Katie, and recently I read the book Where She Went. This is it by Gayle Forman. And this book was a sequel to the book If I Stay. If I Stay was based off of a girl and her family who get in a car wreck because of ice and stuff, and everyone dies except for her. She's in a coma. She has to decide if she wants to stay with her boyfriend Adam and her grandparents and go to Juilliard, or if she wants to go to heaven or wherever with her family, and because she doesn't think she can live without her family. And so after that book, this book was about when 3 years after the accident had happened, and she finally decided to stay, and she stayed, and she went to Juilliard, and she became a famous musician. And basically, she and her boyfriend Adam, or ex-boyfriend, they broke up after the accident. They meet up again, and so since Mia's a famous cello player, Adam's a famous rock star. So they both have famous lives, both musicians, different kind of music though. Maya, she is classical music, Adam's rock music, and so basically the book is when they meet up, and it basically goes through flashbacks of the whole 3 years that had happened in between since they'd seen each other. Basically the way that the book was written was different than the first book. The first book was written from the main female's character, Maya, and this book is written from the main male character, Adam. So you kind of get two different views from the two different books. Mia's perspective was more like kind of shy, and it was just slightly like more girlish. And Adam's perspective was more, he was kind of anxious about everything and had so much social anxiety and had all these issues, and he just kind of, it felt like it was a rock star's head, for sure. And in the book was kind of boring, I guess. Like, I liked the storyline and I liked the plot, and it wasn't so boring that I couldn't keep reading it, but it was boring enough where I didn't want to keep reading it. Like, it didn't have any cliffhangers that made me being like, after a chapter I wouldn't want to be like, oh my god, what happens in the next chapter? It was more of, oh, I guess like I'll keep reading because it's a good book, right? No, but you could kind of predict what happened. It wasn't like as much fun, I guess. So yeah, be an 8 out of 10, because basically it wasn't I think a good book consists of a book that makes you want to keep going back to it, that makes you anxious to wake up the next day so that you could just read it again, not to where you're just like, oh yeah, I'm reading a book, like, why not go back to it, and stuff like that. So that's why I'd rate it 8 out of 10. And I definitely recommend this book. It's something that I feel like people should have the knowledge in their life. Like, it gives you a lot of life lessons, and it teaches you a lot of things, for sure. Yeah. Thanks for watching. Bye.